Let's go on the fly, okay? So it's early, 5:10 a.m. where I'm at too, okay? Don't mind me if I sound tired. Let's go on the fly. Whose birthday is it today? I think it's Patrick Mahomes' birthday. Famous birthdays. Let's just see what other characters. See, there's Mahomes right there, ranked number 1. I wonder, did the Chiefs just get blown out, or did they lose a game, or what? Did they lose to the Eagles? I'm not really caught up on my sports. Did they even play the Eagles? I don't know. So is that, I wonder if that's accurate, if Mahomes is 30. But let's see if there's anybody else on this list interesting. That it? More? Let's hit more. Let's see what happens. Oh, I haven't really heard of these characters. Let's scroll down. The hockey player right there, John Ritter. I thought John Ritter had the September 11 birthday. Oh, he died on September 11. Three's Company. Let's see who else is on this list. Hank Williams Sr., Alex Ovechkin. You get another hockey player right there. All with the September 17 birthday. I think I'll look at Alexander Ovechkin. He just passed Gretzky on the all-time goal scorers list. All-star winger who in 2013 became the 8th. Look at this. Became the 8th player in NHL history to win the Hart Trophy. And he wears number 8 on his jersey. Come on, right? And he wears number 8 on his jersey, y'all. So I mean that's pretty simple. I mean, it doesn't take long to show this script, okay? I'll pull up Mr. Ovechkin right here and we'll see that number 8. And I think that's his nickname, the Great 8. So here is a picture of Alex right here. Look at, you see that 8 on his jersey right there? He wears the 8 on the jersey, okay? And he's on the Washington Capitals, okay? So you're going to get, DC vibes here, okay? Maybe we might get some like presidential numbers. But all-star winger who in 2013 became the 8th player in NHL history to win the Hart Trophy for league MVP 3 times, okay? 8th player, 8 on the jersey. Okay, I see he's born in Moscow, Russia. Birth sign Virgo. Let's I'll go ahead and he's 40 years old right now too. And him sharing the same birthday as Patrick Mahomes, two great athletes on the world stage, all right? So I'll try to keep my eye open maybe for some Mahomes connections as well. So his full name's Alexander Mikhailovich Ovechkin, right? But goes by Alex. So I'm just entering some of that in the Gematrinator calculator. And he plays for the Washington Capitals, so I'll go ahead and put that in here as well. All right, I'm noticing some energy here that I want to point out. This is all on the fly OTF. Look at this 81 right here. So he plays for the Capitals. Capitals equals 81. Alexander Ovechkin equals 81 right there. You see that? And that is a number that makes me think of Kobe Bryant. Because Kobe Bean Bryant also equals 81. And Kobe is a great athlete as well, right? RIP. You see that 81 right there? And Kobe Bryant, he wore 8 on his jersey to start his career as well. Right? You know, right there, bam, and 24. But you see the 8 right there, okay? So Alex Ovechkin's birthday today, September 17th. You see the 8 on the jersey with Kobe right there. You see Alex Ovechkin with the 8 on his jersey, holding the Stanley Cup right there. Kobe Bean Bryant equals 81 in the language. Capitals equals 81. And Alexander Ovechkin also equals 81. And remember today, Patrick Mahomes' birthday. Another great player, right? Recently Ovechkin passed Gretzky in all-time goals. You see Mahomes is off to a hot start in his career with his Super Bowl appearances and victories, and stats are probably going through the roof as well. So pretty solid stuff right there. And they even call him the Great 8 as well. You know, great kind of sounds like Gretzky, doesn't it? But I don't, we know by the code that's the nickname, the Great 8, right? But I don't know if anybody mentions like, "Oh, great kind of sounds like Gretzky." I don't think anybody does that. And something else with this Wayne Gretzky connection here. And you know who as I was growing up, it's like, okay, Gretzky's the greatest hockey player of all time. And then before my era, somebody would have another guy. Oh, this guy's the greatest ever, right? And so I don't know. It's hard for me to think in my head like, oh, Alexander Ovechkin's the greatest hockey player ever. But they might just be saying that now. And again, on with the next era, they're going to be saying that about somebody else. It's different when you grow up, it's like there's a legend for each generation or whatever, right? But when I look at Wayne Gretzky here, who's connected, look at his birthday is January 26th, and Kobe Bryant died January 26th. So you got the Great 8, Alexander Ovechkin. You got Gretzky, which sounds like great, and again, the Great 8 with that Kobe connection, and Wayne Gretzky's birthday, Kobe Bryant's death date, right? Is January 26th. So pretty interesting. And again, I'll show you what I got over here. You see, again, it's Alexander Ovechkin's birthday. The 8th player in NHL history to win the Hart Trophy for league MVP 3 times. The Great 8. Kobe, great basketball player with the 8 for the Lakers to begin his career. Great like Gretzky. Ovechkin passes Gretzky on the all-time goals list, maybe considered the greatest hockey player ever now. I guess only time will tell, and it's just anyone's opinion on top of that. Gretzky's got that 99 on his jersey, which is like 9, like the ninth month, and the Ovechkin birthday in the ninth month. And again, you see his birthday, the Kobe Bryant death date, which is January 26th. Another great athlete, again with the September 17 birthday. Again, you see Patrick Mahomes there, the Kansas City Chiefs. So I don't think none of this stuff is a coincidence. I'll look and see what day Ovechkin and how many Stanley Cups he has won. Let's see. How many Stanley Cup championships for Alex Ovechkin? He has one Stanley Cup championship. He won with the Capitals in 2018. So let me find that date. 2018 Stanley Cup championship. The Capitals beat the Golden Knights, and it looks like it was 4-3. It looks like it was 4-3 in that game. Washington, they pick up the victory, and they win 4 games in the series. So they win 4 out of 5 games. It's a 7-game series, but the first to 4 wins. So that's on June 7th. You see that right there. I'll go ahead and run that in the calculator, and let's see how many days before his birthday. So we got June 7th, 2018. There's that 18, which is 81 reversed with the connection with Kobe Bryant. And remember, Kobe Bryant even played 18 seasons with that Gretzky Kobe Bryant connection. Gretzky also was a member of the LA Kings at one point, which is obviously connected to the LA Lakers. So we get all of these great athletes connected here. He wins that first championship. They say one Stanley Cup champion, June 7th, 2018. Let's see how many days before his birthday that was. And I'll probably look at the all-time goals leader, maybe like the count of goals for Alexander Ovechkin. Okay, check this out. So it's 102 days before his birthday, 103-day span. Alex Ovechkin wins this championship. Look when I scroll down right here. This is more so with his birthday. Look at his birthday, which is today. Okay? Look at that birthday right there. This is the birthday before he or after he wins his Stanley Cup. Look at his birthday, the 260th day of the year. Remember, Gretzky is born on the 26th. Gretzky is born on the 26th, and it even says Gretzky. And don't forget, look, Bryant also equals 26, okay? Look it over here. Bryant equals 26. And it says Gretzky wore 26 at one point as one of his numbers. Also, so Bryant equals 26. Ovechkin's birthday, the 260th day of the year, like 26. Gretzky born on the 26th. Kobe Bryant dies on the 26th. Right? And, just another legend connection. Michael Jordan. Jordan equals 26 and 62. It says Gretzky never wore the number 26 during his professional hockey career, famously known for 99. But look at when I put Wayne Gretzky here, look at it says numbers over here. It has 26 right there. Maybe it was like some kind of practice jersey, or maybe he was on an affiliate like minor league squad at some point. Right there with the Peterborough Petes. Peterborough Petes. Let's see if there's an image. Oh, they don't have an image. They just got him with the image with the 99, but it says he had 26 even at one point. So that's interesting right there. Okay? Very interesting. Let's just take another look at that numerology. And 3-month, 11-day span from the first championship for Alexander Ovechkin to his birthday. If you look at that from right to left, you get 113. Kobe Bryant has the 113 right there. So I'm going to play some audio on my phone here, and maybe I'll play some visuals at some point here as well, as we're on the fly with Alexander Ovechkin's birthday.
Trying to force until if he's open. Here is Ovechkin. Shoots. He scores! He scores! Number 895.
So at 895, I guess, past Gretzky. 895. Let's see. What goal number past Gretzky all time for Ovechkin? It was on April 6th. Ovechkin passed Gretzky all time NHL goal record by scoring his 895th career goal on April 6, 2025. Okay, so how many days before his birthday was that? You know, that's got to be huge. I may have looked at that in the past. So let's see. $164 before his birthday, or 165 day span. 164 or a 165 day span. I don't really notice anything with that. You can also look at like a 4-6 or a 6-4, because it was on April 6th as well. And let's see if I have any of those 4-6 or 6-4. And I don't want to like try too hard to make these numbers match either. So I don't see a 4-6 or a 4-4. How many days after Gretzky's birthday was this? Let's see. So Gretzky has the 126th birthday. That's definitely going to be relevant. And he gets passed on 4-6. Let's see. 70 days after Gretzky's birthday. 70 days or a 71-day span. Let's see. And I should probably put Gretzky's name in here as well. Wayne. Oh, look at this right here. Look at this right here. Wayne equals 67. And on 6-7, Alex Ovechkin wins his first Stanley Cup. Right here. You see that? Look at that. Bam. On 6-7, June 7, Alexander Ovechkin wins his first Stanley Cup, and Wayne equals 67. So that's pretty solid right there. And look, Wayne Gretzky has that 180 like 18. Kobe Bryant 18 seasons played. Kobe Bryant dies on Wayne Gretzky's birthday. And Wayne Gretzky has 54 right there. Just like Kobe Bean Bryant has 54 with that LA connection. And there's that 81 again right there. So that's pretty solid. But I don't really see any 70s or 71s. And you know, there may be Alexander Ovechkin equals 171, which is just kind of like semi interesting there. And remember that, you know, what's also awesome is Michael Jordan finished his career for the Washington Wizards, and this is the Washington Capitals in hockey. Um, Look at Washington Capitals equals 76, like Michael Jordan equals 76. And I just did a Washington Mystics story, WNBA. See that 76? And Washington Mystics of the WNBA equals 238 like Michael Jordan. And you see Michael Jordan's got that 113 like Kobe Bryant. .238 Washington Mystics. There's that 76. Even Michael Jordan has 59. Look at this right here, because look at that 22-1 with Washington Mystics. So you get all of this kind of like legendary energy lingering. You got Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Wayne Gretzky, and the great eight, Alexander Ovechkin. Great like Gretzky, eight like Kobe's jersey number. Kobe born in the 8th month. Look at Washington Mystics 221. That's like the 22nd day of the first month. And Kobe Bryant had the 81-point game on the 22nd day of the first month. Which I think I forgot to mention earlier. I mentioned Kobe Bean Bryant equals 81. Look at that, the 22nd day of the first month, and there's that 26 again. Kobe scores 81 in 2006, like 26. Bryant equals 26. It says Gretzky wore 26 for the Peterborough Petes or whatever. And Alexander Ovechkin's birthday, the 260th day of the year, like 26. Gretzky born on the 26th. Kobe dies on the 26th. Bryant equals 26. And look, Wilt Chamberlain scored his 100-point game in 62. So you get that 62-26. Remember, Jordan equals 62 and 26 right there. So is there anything else? This isn't updated. It says he's 39 right there. It says he's 39 right there. But I think he's 40. Yeah, he's 40. So you get that, you know, we get the Patrick Mahomes energy with the same birthday. Let's look at the Chiefs. He's 30 years old today. I'm sure they updated that. Let's look at the Chiefs. Maybe last game. Oh, you know what? Look, the Eagles beat the Chiefs, and Kobe Bryant's born in Philadelphia. Fake world. You see that right there? The Eagles pick up the victory 3 days before Patrick Mahomes' birthday. He's got the Ovechkin birthday. Philadelphia and Kobe. Oh, and look, the Chiefs scored 17 points in that loss. And today is the 17th, Mahomes and Ovechkin's birthday. Look at that right there. And Kobe born in Philadelphia. Right there. Bam. Kobe born in Philadelphia. Okay, so pretty solid. Don't forget, this is all on the fly, a completely organic decode. I kind of feel like we need to watch maybe some visuals. Let's watch some Ovechkin highlights here. Let's see. Maybe like a little highlight reel. I got to be careful with the footage, but if you're not familiar with hockey, and we don't know, they're just if the players are just making him look great, right? You could see the player. Look at the player a little bit more. Crashes into the net. So he played every NHL game. He played his whole career with the Washington Wizards, who's connected to Kobe. This number one, as it looks like he's gonna crash and burn, but still get it in the net right there. Okay, so Alexander Ovechkin, it's your birthday. I pulled up Trump because of the DC thing. I pulled up Trump right there. Trump is the 47th president. Washington Capitals. Look at this, 211, the 47th prime number, right there. So yeah, with Washington D.C. Remember, politics equals 113, like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Alex Ovechkin's full name even has 147 right there. So yeah, you'll find a lot of political numbers in there as well. I can't really think of, I try to be as organic and on the fly as I can here. Um, so I show you that this day with this birthday is connected with all these sport legends, right? And again, I just put together a few things right there. You know, look at those legends, right? Kobe Bryant, Alexander Ovechkin, Wayne Gretzky, and I mentioned Michael Jordan and the same birthday, Wayne Gretzky, or excuse me, Patrick Mahomes as Alexander Ovechkin. And there's another great hockey player. Look at this guy, Jordan Connor. He's not a hockey player, he's an actor. Hank Williams Sr. We could just see if anything there may be an Alex in here. Look, Austin Matthews is a great player as well with the same birthday. Toronto Maple Leafs right there. Austin Matthews. There's you know, a lot of talk about this guy as well. So this guy's got that same birthday. Austin Taylor Matthews. Look, they mentioned Ovechkin even right here. He's drawn comparisons. Look at this. His goal scoring rate has drawn comparisons to players such as Alexander Ovechkin, and he's got the same birthday. Look at that right there. And he's got the same freaking birthday as Ovechkin. It's not a coincidence. Okay, so again, this OTF on the fly, Alexander Ovechkin's birthday. I don't want to like drag this on and on and on and on and on, but I think I made some solid on the fly connections there with those other legends. September 17th, it's your birthday, Alexander Ovechkin. Okay, so I'm glad to put this out there into the universe. Okay, so soak up the information, recycle it. This info may come out in a different form later thanks to AI. All right, shout out until next time.